things. Plan many people make, few execute, and few give up, and the few bring it to completion. So that is why this session is very important. When a new year starts, like 2026, when you go to the gym, it's like overcrowded. Sometimes people find there is no place in the gym for a treadmill. You may feel frustrated, but the gym owner will tell you, wait for a week, you will get an opportunity. Why? Because after a week, people give up. People start, they do for a while, and they give up. So this session is about willpower to excel, means how to persist, how to go on and on and on. It is not just about motivation. Motivation means to inspire you to do a thing. But willpower means how to continue doing a thing even if you don't like it, if it is good for you. Correct? Like for example, junk food is not good for us, but we like it very much. Salads are good for us, but we don't like it. So how to learn to accept things which are good for us in the long run. So that's why this topic is very important as a student in this age, when mind always is filled with impulses and is pushing us to act in certain ways. How we can develop the willpower to stick to our plan, stick to our plan and stick to what is good for us. So I have actually 5-6 activities for you today, which it's all connected to student life. I wanted to show it on the screen because when you do it yourself, you will experience it. What stops you from inside in executing willpower? It will become clear. See, it is showing again do that. I can do it. No, I can do on WhatsApp. Should I? I see it on that. This is on. I put it on WhatsApp. You put it on WhatsApp. How do you do it?
I will send it to her and she can open. Can you open the Gmail? Where WhatsApp? This doesn't have WhatsApp.
So meanwhile, some of you can speak upon what was your expectation from today's seminar. Maybe some of you can raise a hand, can speak up, any of you. Yeah? You all are in which year? You are in first year?
I'm a second year.
Second year, okay. What would you like to hear today?
I don't know, just...
You saw the topic, you got the topic?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess how to persist, like you said, and...
How to persistently make efforts, right? Thank you. Anybody else? Yeah? Any of you? Now we are going to, in a couple of minutes, they are going to open the PowerPoint. Till then we can hear PowerPoint. So, I was a student of one of the premier institutes in India called Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Bombay, way back in 1991. I graduated and I worked for about 3 years, after which I had a very great desire to spread the wisdom of the Gita across the globe. So I have been last 35 years doing this, going to schools, colleges, and companies. One of the things that is underlying, today you will see towards the end, I will show you, it is not just the sheer willpower alone that is needed for us to just do what we are doing. We also have to have a purpose. We have to have a goal. You ask any student, why do you study? He will say, I want marks. Why do you want marks? I want to fetch a job. Why do you want a job? To make money. Why do you want money? Just eat, drink, and be merry. People say like that. This is not purpose. When you take your education, what is your goal? What is the goal of your education? What do you intend to do with it? If your purpose is strong, then your will can be very strong too. There are people, therefore one education is at this level, another level of education which is based on values, ethics, morals, those things. still higher than that is understanding of the spirituality, which I will also show you. If one has a spiritual understanding, all living beings become your friends. You want to do something great for the welfare of everybody, for the happiness of everybody. When you think about selfless happiness, that gives you personally a lot of happiness also. Your happiness will be included in that when you selflessly think about happiness. So that's why the modern day education lacks purpose. Although it is modern day education has abundant facilities, amenities to teach the students. When the purpose is strong, our will can be very strong also. So, and another thing is, in our times, when I was a college student like all of you, we never had a smartphone. We never had the problem of scrolling. We only had a landline. But now all of you are challenged with a tremendous amount of external stimuli, putting pressure on you, temptations, pleasures, all around you. Therefore, you need to increase your inner strength, by which you will be able to face the external pushings and pullings. There are temptations without, there are desires within and distractions without. So you have to tackle both, that which is outside, that which is inside. So therefore, this seminar is about you can't change the world around you. Like for example, if there is a muddy pool of water, a lotus doesn't get stooped in that water. Rather, the lotus comes out of the water. Like a lotus remains untouched, pure and pristine. So how you can be like that even in a crowded city, even in a college where there is so much of academic pressure, there is comparison with other friends, peer pressure, there are societal expectations on you. Plus our own mind is sometimes, sickly due to expectation of social validation. What others think of me and what others think of my CGPA and what others are talking about me. We become very image conscious. So these are different challenges that current day students face, which wasn't the case probably a couple of decades ago. It wasn't like this. Our life was quite cool, but now life has become very fast now, very demanding. So in a society with such a high level, high pressure, we need some intelligence, cultivation of intelligence to be able to tackle such a kind of society. So I can take a problem and tell her, it's going to come?
Yeah.
So I can just put this like this. If you all can see, if I can have a table or something, have a height. Like this. I can put this table up. Yeah, they will just have a but you all can put the guy a little bit closer. You can save our time. It's a short clip. You can watch it. That's the thing, right? How do you open?
Oh, pointer.
Okay, that is completed. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, it's all right.
Okay, this one.
This one. Okay. They saw partly. I want to show the last part. The sound? See, small choices become actions, you see. Actions become habits, and habits become our way of life. So, one thing is very clear about willpower. If we habituate ourselves to something which is good for us, effortlessly you make the same choice over and over. On the left side, did you all see that? Huh? You saw, as soon as he gets a phone call, he wouldn't pick it up. Till lunch, he will not pick it up. And then he would attend all the calls together. On the other side, that fellow was used to picking up the phone calls. Or you saw this fellow, he was hearing some nice books in the car, audiobooks. Other fellow was always watching some breaking news and he was getting disturbed. Or you saw this fellow not going to parties. He was good with friends, but he said, thank you, no thanks. The other fellow couldn't say no. He was dragged to the parties every time and wasting a lot of time. And this fellow was doing the gym. Did you observe that? Other fellow didn't do the gym. And this fellow was doing to-do list. 1, 2, 3. How many of you would like to accomplish your goals like that? Correct, isn't it? Whereas the other fellow, he kicked away the gym, and because he saw the workload was so heavy, just moved it aside. And he got into, what was it? Is it Facebook or YouTube? Something, he got into something every day. It is always fun to get into such things, but the fun will not remain fun because work will not be done when fun. So, how to go to the next one?
No, yes.
Next.
The little arrow in the bottom corner.
Huh? Oh, yeah, it's coming now.
Mm.
That's coming. So, today we learn about what makes us weak-willed, what makes us strong-willed. How do we go from weak to strong-willed, okay? So, these kind of things we are going to learn today. Meaning of excellence, okay? So, you think of the last time you planned to study at 9 p.m. and then till 9:30 or 10 o'clock you keep scrolling, thinking that I'm going to start studying, you just keep postponing. And that gap between your intention to study and your action, that's where your willpower lives. It's called sankalpa in Sanskrit. Sankalpa means you make a plan. So here is a girl, you see, she's able to say no when she has to do some studies or something. Willpower means how do you manage your impulses, you see. The pressures I told you from the world outside. How you regulate your emotions and not get dragged or carried away by the mind's demands. How to direct your goal, attention to long-term goals, which will benefit you. And you are able to throw away the short-term distractions. This is the definition of willpower, you see. One of you can read that, please? Yeah, one of you. Loudly, please.
The inner strength.
Yeah,
Keep going.
the full.
Will to not control impulses, not to go to movie, stay focused and study for quiz, pursue long-term goals, keep duty to study in mind, and despite distractions, friends persuade.
Is it clear? It's easy. There are distractions, temptations all around, but you are able to pursue the long-term goals and you are able to stay focused, controlling your inner pushings. Correct, no? That's the willpower we call it. So you can perceive a battle in your mind. When there was a boy who was going in a bike and his cap flew off. Then he stopped the bike on the side of the road and he chased after the cap. The danger was on either side the cars were moving very fast. So what do you think? Should he look at the cap or look at the cars? Yeah? Cars. How many of you say you should look at the cars first? You all agree, okay. How many of you say you should chase after the cap? Because cap is not such a costly thing, even if it gets smashed by the cars. So now cap is a trivial thing. His life is important thing. So what is more important should be preserved. Is it not? But if a person goes by the mind's impulses, he is going to blindly run after the cap, foolishly. And he may be hit by a car or something. In our life also there are short-term benefits and long-term benefits. Is my mind fixed on short-term goals or long-term goals? Am I able to discriminate between the two? Our ability to discriminate comes from intelligence. Intelligence can tell you what to pick, which habits to pick, which habits to drop, what is beneficial for me, what is harmful for me, what is short-term benefit, what is long-term benefit. I should not be penny wise, pounds foolish, as we say. So there's a tug of war. Sometimes you do not know, sometimes you know, but even after knowing what is right, you are not able to stick to right. So why is it so? Because when mind is untrained, mind is trained, it's the best friend. When mind is not trained, it becomes the worst enemy. For example, so this will be easily understood in the next few slides, it will be better. So here is a 60-second willpower test. All of you can sit straight, yeah? You can sit straight, keep your both feet flat. Don't worry about the phone, no movement, no talking. Somebody can time for 60 seconds? Yeah, you can. And then after 60 you can raise the hand through, okay? Yeah, you can close your eyes and sit for 60 seconds, okay? Thank you. So, in the modern time, we don't get time like this. Do you get? Our life is often super busy. If one can even sit like this for 60 seconds, you can control your habits for 60 days. Once you practice this, your willpower surely exists. And like here you see, she got a A grade, she got a F grade. So our mind is always in turmoil. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are unhappy by the news we get, isn't it? So when we are, you cannot go back, huh?
If you hit previous,
The keyboard. you
Here
can-
I said previous, huh? On this one? Okay. So when we get success or failure, we sometimes keep brooding over it. When I get success, I may become proud. When I get failure, I may be depressed. And neither of these two emotions is beneficial to me. See, if I am proud, I go around bragging about myself. Will my friends like me? What do you think? Will they like me? No. Or if I fail, I am very depressed. Is it going to lead to my progress or not? What do you think? Not. So then, how to not to feel proud and not to feel depressed? Because these inner emotions waste our time. Do you agree? Like we say, worry is like a rocking chair. A rocking chair, you can keep rocking, you will never go ahead. It just completely blocks our progress. So that is why, in the course of the further slides, you will understand how we can go beyond this. Here, there is another choice fork exercise. Which road we will choose? See the board. Would you like to study, or do you choose scrolling? Do you choose a gym, or you choose a bed? Do you speak the truth, or you keep mum? These are some small choices that we make daily. So we can ask today what choice I made. Today morning is a sample of my mindset. It's not that to have a willpower you have to be heroic. It is just a matter of habit. So if I'm going to cultivate the right choices, like I showed you in the video in the beginning. So like here you see child likes to play all day. But he says the mom likes to see me study all day. Isn't it? Somebody is lost in smartphone last night, but falling asleep in classroom. See, the teacher is waking him up by clapping, and he's also clapping hands. And all the students are laughing. You see. So, eating for taste anybody can do, but to eat for health, it requires some amount of inner strength to choose the right type of food. Entertainment TV makes anyone cool, but when exams come, you realize I am a fool because the books are piling up. So, the choices we make, they bring forth consequences. You see? See, you say my college is on, but attendance is gone. One is sleeping off. So, I have shown you on the right side the good habits, on the left side bad habits. I have shown you. This is another thing, a very big time waster. Gossiping. Yeah. If you can listen more, you have to spend less energy also. If you can listen more, if you can be attentive. And also we don't have to wrestle with guilt with our friends about whom we may speak to somebody else something bad. So the gossiping wastes time while speaking and later on also. So here's a very important slide here. See, the left side is the easy route, right side is the hard one. If you want life to be easy in the beginning, eventually we face depression, self-hate, hatred and anxiety and all that. So watching on social media, watching porn, laziness, it's very easy to do. But in the long run, life becomes hard over a period of time. But if somebody is exercising, all these things you do, see in the long run, your life becomes easy. I will make it more clear. You can see this one. Somebody can explain it with the example, any of you? Any of you would like to explain this picture with the example? I just want to make sure that it is understandable. Anybody? Anybody would like to do it? Any of you? Anybody would like to give a try? You want the mic?
Maybe you can replay once more.
No.
Replay that.
Actually, even this picture is same only. This and that are same only. Okay, I can play again. Yeah? Anybody? You got it? What did you understand?
The top one is kind of the example of when you make easy decisions at the beginning, and it becomes, sorry, the bottom one, you make easy decisions at the beginning, and then it's harder to build back good habits.
Yeah.
Once you fall into habits, then they kind of stay there. It's very hard to get out of them.
Okay. So you can give an example?
Yeah. I think sometimes, like, just an easy example of like waking up in the morning. Sometimes it's easy to sleep in, get up late, especially now that when you have all the snow and it's very cold outside and everyone just wants to stay in bed. And then classes are online, so you just stay in your pajamas, you stay in bed, you log onto the Zoom in class and you pretend like you're paying attention, but you're really not paying attention. But then when the time comes for the exam, then you realize that I actually don't know what I was doing because I was just lying around in bed.
Yeah. So time runs out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for example, the beginning of the year, do you think many students get into studies very seriously? They think it's just beginning in January is the beginning time. This is not the exam time. Exam, I believe, is in April or May. When is it? Examinations? May. So if exams are going to be in May, will any student buy the books in vacation time even before the college begins? Will they buy? There are few who buy. Huh? And will they read at the beginning of the semester? But if they study, that means they are taking trouble in the beginning. So the later part of the semester is going to be easy for them. Yeah? Because when you have already read the books once and come to the class, the teacher, whatever she teaches, it will be easy for you to grasp. Yeah? So the study time is beneficial, class time is beneficial. When you review the books, it will be beneficial. Then towards the end of the time when the examinations are coming, it's going to be a cakewalk for you. Yeah? But most students leave January, February, March, and then in April they realize now the subject is piling up, I have to start. So in the early stage they were playing games, watching movies, scrolling, everything, watching Netflix and everything. Now in April, May, the life becomes too hard for them. Correct, no? So they took an easy route in the beginning. Like you see, this fellow took an easy route. Now he's not able to catch up. This fellow was ready to, in the beginning of the semester, study, and then later he is going to the flag. So that is the point.
Why does discipline equal freedom? Because the more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you will end up with. So if you lack the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up being a slave to disease. If you lack the discipline to work hard, save your money, you will end up a slave to finances. If you lack the discipline to manage your time correctly, you will end up with no free time. If you have self-discipline, if you have the discipline to save your money and work hard and invest your money properly, if you have the discipline to manage your time correctly and not waste a bunch of time, if you have the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up with freedom. I know it's counterintuitive, it's contrarian, but I've seen this over and over and over again. If you want freedom in your life, you have to have discipline.
That's the last punching line. Huh? If you want freedom in your life, you need discipline, which is not often liked by students. They say, what is this? But the discipline is helpful. Huh? So, here is another. You can, you all have your phone, you have kept on the table, you can keep it upside down. Well, is it upside down or is it, yeah, like this, yeah. So, if you, 2 minutes, if you can keep it and not look at it, huh? That itself is a big achievement. Because generally, when students don't keep the phone like this, they keep the phone like this. So on one side, we often look at the teacher, and the other side, we look at the phone. Some beep sound comes, and we get distracted. You see it like this. Look at the poor teacher. And the students, how can they hear the class? How can they be attentive? In UK, they take all the phones in the entrance of the school. And the evening, they have to deposit and go, and the evening they pick it up. The whole idea is about avoiding distraction. So here is an important question for us. Does the smartphone serve your purpose, or smartphone swallows my time? So if it is serving your purpose and making you a better student, it's wonderful. It's actually meant for educational purpose also. Nowadays you can't do your education without receiving the assignments, questions and notes and everything in the smartphone. But often we intend to use it for education but end up using it for many other things. Here is another one. One excuse I repeat when I avoid hard things. Generally when students avoid hard things, You have to think about it. Then ask, rewrite as a command, not a complaint. Here, for example, I am tired today, I am not going to study. Instead of that, what you can say? I will rest after I finish my study. Yes, I am tired, but I will finish some 10 pages of my book and then I will rest. Instead of saying, oh, I can't focus, you can say, I focus for 10 minutes. So, this is inner voice rewrite, we call it. Like, look at the picture here. He is reacting there, but here he is responding. By meditation, he is developing the inner strength to, he is able to stick to the duty. So, if we don't do this rewriting our inner voice, we are going to be dragged by our inner impulses. We all have our own individual experience, that there is something within us that is pushing us to often make wrong choices. When we make wrong choices, at that time we get a thrill, but later we suffer. So whenever that inner pushings come, we'll have to rewrite it. Like we have given a couple of examples. So when I'm tired, I want to rest, but not now. So, first of all, we should write all the duties. As a student, what are your duties? Your academics is your duty. Your health is your duty. Good friendships is your duty. So, time for meditation, taking out, to keep your mind calm, that's one of your duties. Brushing your teeth, taking a bath is your duty. And sleeping early and rising early is very healthy for the body. That's your duty. So, write all the duties and then see against each duty, are you doing it or not? Is lethargy overtaking you? That's why I showed you that video. That one man was always, every day was doing wrong, right? Right from the time he got up in the morning. Instead of eating salad, he was eating junk food. Instead of doing gym, he kicked away the gym. And while going on the road, he was hearing breaking news. While in the office, he was attending phone calls. So if you write down, then you get an idea how I need to modify my life. How many of you have already done some research on how is my life going on and how I can modify it? Any of you have done this already? You are making an observation of yourself. Anybody? Very good. Yeah, thank you. See here, she's taking a sankalpa. I want to do it. Immediately her mind says, oh, let me do something pleasurable now. Earlier she said, I want to study now. I'm going to study. But then mind says, I'll study, but after a bit of scrolling. And now she gets into the habit loop. And this is a typical situation we are talking about. So whenever there's a big goal, like a watermelon is very big, but you can slice it and eat it. Isn't it? You don't have to swallow watermelon. Therefore it is said, what's one thing that you are postponing always? You need willpower only for 10 minutes. Set a mental timer. Decide what you will do in 10 minutes. You don't need motivation initiation. Actually, when you get started, then things will go on very well. Like, the first choice you make, today night am I going to study or am I going to watch a Netflix movie? So once you pick up the book and study, you may not know how wonderfully you are able to study. But the initial choice is very important. That's why it's written here, 10-minute rule. Just do it for 10 minutes and see. So there are two big distractors, eyes and the ears. So these two, and today there is so many items for the eyes and ears. If you go to the TV, there are hundreds of channels now. Similarly, you open the internet, so many pop-ups come, so many updates come, so many apps. Do we really need all of them? Do you have so much time in your life for all of them? So why don't we delete off some of the apps which are swallowing our time? And even updates, some of the updates can be arrested also. And you can only see when you wish to see them. So each of us have to think about it. We are living in an age of information explosion, where there's too many things bombarding us. And if I'm weak-minded, I'm going to get dragged between multiple things and I'll forget my duties. So we innocently begin, and then we get into an addiction loop. And then we are emotionally manipulated by jealousy. Like, for example, this boy, he saw his friends putting things on reels, so he also started putting something in there. Instagram reels, and then he started making comparison. He felt jealousy. How my friends are getting so many views and likes, I'm not getting. He got into comparison trap, and he wanted to escape from his studies. So he wasted several hours a day, totally declined, and now he's stressed and he's crying now. You see, this is happening to many. So this is another exercise. Emotional anchoring means here all these youths are sitting. They are given opportunity to sit for a few moments and think about what are going to be the consequences of my action. You picturize it in your mind. Now say you are in second year now, you said, right? You're second year. Now your course is about, is it 4 years, is it? 4 years?
Yes, 3 years.
3 years. So you have 1.5 years more to go? So he has 1.5 years more to go. Now, the choices that you make now, how it is going to make your third year, and then post third year, if you're going to apply for jobs, how it's going to be, and then when you're growing in the jobs 5 years down the line, how you're going to be. We can picturize. You understand, isn't it? So the choices we make today, it is going to bring our consequences tomorrow and the subsequent months. Correct, no? In the same manner, you can think about every activity. Like this fellow was eating junk food, you observed in the video. How many of you observed he became very fat? Did you observe that? Gradually his cross-section started increasing, correct? Because on one hand, he never did the gym, on the other hand, he was eating junk food. Other fellow ate salads and still did gym every day. And he was slim, correct, no? So, that means this fellow never thought of the consequences. That's the whole point. Think of the consequences. So if you close your eyes, imagine yourself 5 years later, what you want to be, and if you are doing these things, will you be achieving that end which you are desiring? Same habits are disciplined habits. Would your future self, how would it look like? Like here I've shown you yellow and red. The yellow is the real you, the soul, I will explain about it. And the red one is the mind. The whole problem is in the mind. The lack of discipline, what we are talking now. See, look at this fellow, how he was and how he is. So this is like the original self. This is like a acquired self, which means he acquired some bad quality. Just like, see, the yellow one I have shown you is the real identity. According to the Gita, you never die. Everybody sitting in this room is a divine personality. And you have no blemish, no defect, no fault. You are as pure and as divine as God himself, according to the Gita. Because God and soul are one in quality. But around us, a covering of mind has come. That's why I showed you that red band I showed you. Like here in this picture you are seeing, this is a soul, this is you, yellow one. But you have a mind and a body. Why do you have mind and body? The mind is for storing your desires, and body is for executing desires. And if you understand this mechanism today, it will be very easy for you to build your willpower, if you properly understand it. This mind is like a microprocessor, and the body is like a servo motor. So whatever program you write in the microprocessor, body is going to execute it, linear and rotary, correct? Say for example, I want to play piano. I store the desire in my mind, but I don't have money now. Say 6 months later I buy a piano, then I will play it. So I store the desire in my mind and I execute it later. Is that clear to everybody? Yeah. Like you see, the rainwater is pure in the sky, but touching the ground it becomes muddy. Like that, our soul is pure, but when we come to this world, we become covered by the mind, which is muddy and which has many impurities. For example, look at these elephants. They are dangerous elephants because they are untrained elephants, mad elephants. But look at these elephants. They are trained elephants. See, this trained elephant is drawing an elephant, it's giving blessings, it's carrying some people on the back. So our mind can be like the untrained elephant or the trained elephant. So today we will also learn how to train our mind. We are going to learn. See, this is an untrained mind. Do you think this fellow is going to work nicely in the company? It doesn't look so, isn't it? See here. See here. He quarrels with everybody. So, what makes us weak-willed? The first is the trap of postponing, procrastination, and short-term pleasure. See, in Pachchandra, there's a story. This donkey was a lazy donkey. The master put a salt bag on his back. So he wanted to cheat the master. So what he did, he took the sack and entered the water, and the salt got dissolved. Then the sack became very light. So he enjoyed his laziness. But the master, understanding his crookedness, next day he put cotton on his back. Now when he went and sat in the water, the water was absorbed by the cotton, and guess what must have happened? What do you think happened? The weight increased or reduced? Increased. So those people who postpone, their burden is going to reduce or increase? Increase. So I have 10 chapters to complete in a subject, and it's a hard subject for me. Mostly I will not touch the book. At the end of the year, is it going to be easy or hard for me? Hard. If a subject is hard, I should go to some student and ask, please help me. Take some help. Postponing. Another thing that makes us weak is doubts and indecision. This is actually in the beginning of the Gita. Lord Krishna saw that Arjuna had skills, he had power, he had talent, but he had no will. Which means it's not enough for you to be skilled enough, you should have the will also. He didn't have the will, so he succumbed to depression in the beginning of the battle. So, another thing that makes us weak-willed is corrosive effect of bad company. You see, Chanakya says, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man can be perfected without trials. Trials are good in our life, but you also warned about wrong kinds of friction. For example, in the picture we have shown 3-4 examples. Somebody gets into romance in the college days and they may forget their academics. Or somebody gets into bad habits which will destroy the bodily mechanisms like the lungs and the liver and everything. Somebody gets into a gossip circle and gossiping about everybody else and creating suffering for others also. So these are things which distract us. Uncontrolled senses and desires. So this is another thing we all can check. Are my desires sane? Are they realistic? Or I am desiring more than what I deserve? You can think about it. So I have given many examples here. This will take a while to explain. I am not going to go into them. If any of you is interested after the class, you can meet me personally and ask me about any one of this. I can explain to you. Okay? Yeah. But these are all giving, like here the turtle was talking too much. Although he was carried by 2 cranes, because he was too talkative, he asked, where are we going? All that he fell down. People who spend too much time gossiping, they lose their time. Similarly, the monkey who was curious, idle curiosity, there was a wedge in which a saw was kept. The monkey pulled out the saw and his tail got stuck in that. So all these things are talking about different things that distract us from our goal. So similarly, I have given what makes us strong-willed. Clear purpose, discipline, faith, focus, consistency. These are things which makes our will strong-willed. So 4 Sanskrit words I have used here. A strong will is not about suppression. Sometimes people think if I have to make the right choice, I have to suppress myself. No, it's intelligent direction it is. Because when you align your action with your goal, you achieve the goal. Like the first thing is clarity of purpose, the dhyaya. Why am I learning this? I am learning this to solve a real world problem, not just to get a grade. So that's the beginning I was telling you about this. Second thing is samyam, to exercise perfect discipline and control, like we heard about discipline. So a person of steady wisdom, unshaken by sufferings, free from fear and anger. So by meditation, mindfulness, you develop this habit of self-discipline. I will tell you about this at the end, I'll tell you. Third is dhairya, patience. You all sat for 1 minute silently, right? You are learning patience by that. Because nowadays life is so busy, we can't be idle even for a moment. But we have to learn patience because the life situations may always not be the way we expect them to be. We need patience. And viveka means ability to discriminate. This is an interesting story. Once a lion caught a rabbit. And the rabbit said, "Sir, please allow me to go home and say bye-bye and come back. By 1 o'clock I'll be back," he said. And the lion said, "Okay, but what is the assurance that you'll be back at 1? And the rabbit promised him, "God promised I'll be back, don't worry." But the rabbit came at 3 o'clock. The lion shouted at him, "Why are you so late?" The rabbit was an intelligent rabbit. He said, "Sir, on the way, there was another big lion, and he claims that he's the king of the jungle, not you." Hearing this, the lion became wild. He said, "Take me there. Who is that fellow besides me who claims to be the king?" So he took him to a well and showed him. The lion looked at his own image in the water reflection. And foolishly he jumped into the water to attack the lion, and that was the end of the lion. The idea is, lion is mighty and rabbit is weak, but the rabbit was smart in discrimination, discernment. So, buddhir yasya balam tasya, it is said. So, those who have the discriminative intelligence, they are much better than those who are foolish and blind. Here you see many students resort to copying or comparing or becoming angry or proud. So these things swallow our time. I was telling you in the beginning also. So here I have given from the Gita. See, greed is impure quality, opposite is contentment and detachment. Envy or jealousy, opposite is equality of vision. Anger, so I have given from the Gita, you see. Bhagavad Gita gives solutions for each of these. These are some things which if you read these verses along with the purports, we have a copy of Gita available today if somebody wants to take a copy.
Yes.
Yeah. Any of you want to take a copy? If you read these slokas along with the commentary, you will be able to get answers. See, here is an example of someone who has no control over the horses, isn't it? See this one. The 5 horses are compared to the 5 senses. I told you, you can keep the copy, yeah. See, this is a very beautiful analogy given in the, yeah. See, this is a very important analogy given in Kathopanishad. You see, our 5 senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin, they are compared to 5 horses. And the ropes are compared to our mind. Like this, you see 5 fingers, eyes, nose, ears, tongue, skin, and they are grouped about the mind. This is the mind. Mind is the leader. And these 5 senses are under the mind. And intelligence is like this, the driver. So the driver can control the mind, and the mind can control the senses. Therefore, if you strengthen the driver intelligence, then you can easily subdue the fickle mind and impure senses. That's the analogy here. And the soul is the real you sitting in the chariot of the body. Is this example clear to all of you? It's a very important example. Now when I give examples, it will be easy. See, success is the result of the discipline, hard work and unshakable willpower. See, here is an important story here. You see, this mother saw that the boy daily comes home and plays for 4 or 5 hours. Mom was telling him repeatedly, "Better please study." He wasn't studying. So one day she took him to the garden and told him to pluck out the weeds. And he could easily pluck out the weeds. And then she told him to pluck out bigger plants. It was difficult for the boy. He was twisting them to remove it. Then she showed a thorny bush and told him, "Can you pluck out this?" The boy said, "Impossible." Then the mother taught him a very good lesson. He said, bad habits should be plucked out in the early stage. Then they will go away. But once they become strong, it will be very difficult to remove them. Another thing she taught, she showed him a mango tree. And she plucked some mangoes and fed him. The boy asked, "Mom, how did this mango tree come? Did it come on its own?" She said, "Mango trees don't come on their own. You have to sow the seed, you have to water it, you have to fence it, you have to grow it. Good habits don't come on their own. You have to cultivate them. Bad habits easily come." See, when you are going down the stairs, getting down is easy or climbing up is easy? Tell me. Similarly, getting bad is very easy. Going down in this world is very easy. But to go up, you need to make effort. So mother told, weeds and thorny bushes come on their own. But mango trees, you have to cultivate them. Bad habits come on their own. Good habits you have to cultivate. You need discipline for that. Like here, for example, concentration in the class. You need a one-pointed concentration. that increases your willpower. See, pouring oil from one bottle to another, or welding, or sending an arrow on a target. This is Arjuna, sending an arrow exactly on the eye of the wooden bird. You know this magnifying glass? Any of you have done this in your school days? Burning a paper with a lens magnifying glass. How is it able to burn? Because it is one pointed. Your willpower gets multiplied if you can be one pointed. So this is what Lord Krishna is telling in the Gita. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha guru nandana is saying, one pointed intelligence gives strong determination, unlike scattered thoughts. This focus is the foundation of willpower. That means we should learn to do one thing at a time. When you study while you study, play while you play, sleep while you sleep, eat while you eat. When you lie down, don't think of anything else. Sleep. When you're studying, keep that the only focus. Don't get distracted. So, see here this boy is fully focused, whereas these people are getting distracted. Yeah. If your mind always running behind luxury, parties, showing off, your intelligence becomes weak and distracted, he says. When you're free from such temptations, your focus and willpower naturally become. And we can see now the modern day world has a lot of such distractions like this. We get carried away, and that weakens our resolve, that intelligence. This I already showed you. Oh, sorry. See, am I a slave of the mind, or am I a master of the mind? Master of the mind means my life is based on values. Slave of the mind means I am driven by these things. I'm going to show you very good examples now. I want some of you to read. I'm going to show you. Steady intelligence versus. You see these two lines? One of you can read the top two lines, please, loudly. Anybody? One of you?
If emotions decide your actions, you are a slave of the mind. If values decide your actions, you are the master of the mind.
Yeah. Like for example, let me give you some examples. Situation in the college. So one of you read the slave of the mind, another one read the master of the mind. Okay? Yeah, please go ahead. This is peer pressure. Read that. One of you read this side, one of you read that side. Okay? Yeah?
Easily pulled into wrong habits.
And say no without fear.
Overthinks, panics, loses clarity.
Stays focused, prays, acts responsibly.
That is in stress. And daily routine?
Sleep, food, habits are irregular.
Maintains regular lifestyle.
Mind controls the person.
Person controls the mind.
You see the difference? You're able to see the difference? So I showed you four things. When there's a peer pressure, do you succumb to it or you say no to it without fear? That is resolved. I have some more examples. Read that. When teacher scolds you or corrects you, how do you take it? Yes?
Feels offended, angrily, demotivated.
Yeah.
Listens, filters, improves without losing peace.
Yeah. Because if the teacher is correcting me, maybe it may help me to become a better student, right? Rather than get offended.
Gets ego boost, seeks attention.
When there is a praise or validation, he gets.
Gets ego boost and seeks attention.
Remains grounded, thankful, steady.
And how is he able to be like this? Because he thinks, even if I get good marks, I didn't create my own brain. Even Einstein didn't create his own brain, did he? God gives brain to everybody. We don't create our own brains. So one can be grateful. And in case I lose the marks, I fail. One very great scientist, Dr. Kalam, he said fail means first attempt in learning, he said. F-A-I-L. First attempt in learning. That means when you fail, you learn something new. So you can perform better next time. So no need to become depressed. Social media?
Where am I reading? Sorry.
Third one, last one.
Compulsively checks likes, compares life.
Uses it cautiously or limits usage.
Yeah. Actually, if you're going to compare ourselves with others, we are going to waste a lot of time. Because every one of us is a unique creation of God. God has given different ability. One of you sitting here may be good in maths. Somebody else may be good in English. Somebody else may be good in physics. Everybody cannot be good in everything. So comparison is really foolishness. Like Einstein once said, if you keep a tree climbing competition, a monkey is going to get A grade, and a fish will get F grade. And if you ask a rabbit to do tree climbing, it will have a brain hemorrhage. It will fall upside down. So don't try to be like others. If somebody is better than you, go and learn from them and find out what you are good at by God's grace. Then
Emotional.
relationships are fresh,
Emotionally dependent and distributed.
disturbed.
Disturbed.
Disturbed, yeah.
Respects feelings but keeps self-control.
Yeah. Like when there is a desire in a student, oh, so-and-so student is good, maybe I can consider that friend as a life partner, but that person may not see you as a life partner. He may see you as a good friend, that's all, nothing more than that. And one should control one's feelings and be all right with it rather than cry like you are seeing her crying when you become emotionally dependent. So in all these situations, we need inner self-control. You agree? Yeah, isn't it? Actually, I have shown here, if you see, you read this one of you? The top, this blue box. Yeah?
If emotions decide your actions, you're a slave of the mind. If values decide your actions, you're the master of the mind.
Is it clear? Everybody? Are emotions going to decide your actions? You are going to be emotionally driven, then you are going to be slave of the mind. You are going to be dragged in these different directions and you are going to suffer. But the right side thing I showed you, master of the mind, that means you go by the values. So, here what I have written here, Bhagavad Gita 6.6 says, trained mind is your best friend. Untrained mind is the biggest enemy. So, there are few solutions I have given regarding the trained mind. So, say I am going to give you a very simple formula. One of you read it, I will keep putting further. Very important solutions, yeah. Anything you do, when emotions are pushing you, what is the first thing you do? A 10-second pause. Put a pause button. Like you all did 1 minute in the beginning. Just put a pause button. Because that increases your free will to make a choice. If you impulsively act, you cannot have a choice. How many of you would like to have a choice before you go ahead with any activity when you are being pushed from inside? Yes? Would like to have some choice? Yeah, put a 10-second pause at least. Don't obey the first impulse. Read that second. If you take how many of you know diaphragmatic breathing? Long breathing. When you do, inhale the breath deeply, all of you. Hold it. Leave it fully. So when you do this a few times, the mind becomes calm. They have found out, it's there in the Yoga Sutras. When you take a long breath, it calms the mind and calms the body also. And chant a few Hare Krishna mantras. This I will show you at the end. Man means the mind. Tra means freedom. This will give you freedom to the mind. When you suddenly something is pushing in your mind, you chant at least 3 times. You chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What is the difference between the B and C? Taking a long breath and relaxing, it relaxes the mind, but that is like you take a glass of water which is impure. If you keep it like that, it settles the dust. So taking breath is like that. But when you take a spoon and stir it, again dirt will come off. Whereas chanting Hare Krishna is like removing the dirt. Because it's actually a prayer to the Supreme Almighty. Yet praying that, please help me. I am feeling driven by an emotion which is going to spoil my life and time. Please help me. So it's a prayer actually. And D, detach from ego. If somebody gives you a feedback, don't become emotional. Note it down. Maybe what they are saying may or may not be true, but be willing to listen to others' suggestions. So it's not always personal. Anchor to purpose. When you get poor marks, okay, remember, why am I studying? How to continue without quitting? How to do better? Act from values, not emotions. Also accept what you can't control. Writing exam sincerely is in your hands. Are you paper setter? You are setting. Are you paper mark awarder? Then why worry about it? Focus on the preparation. Accept shelter by offering the situation to Krishna. Like imagine if a small kid is alone on the road, he's going to be afraid. If a kid is holding the hand of the father, the kid is going to be confident. Similarly, when you have faith in God, there is some supreme who has put us in this world. Then if you pray to him for help, he's available to you, then you're going to be more confident. So excellence is not necessarily perfection. Because excellence is a habit. Like you see, in excellence also you can see intellectual clarity, curiosity, resilience, but there are many things in excellence. At all levels I have given you here. Even if you are not perfect, you are learning. So we are coming towards the end of the slideshow. I'm going to show you the last few slides now. So this is chanting. It calms the mind. This is another list of solutions I have given here. Be with those who make you feel calmer and not chaotic. See, some friends, when you go near them, they make you feel better. They are uplifting association. There are others, you go near them, they make you cry, or they make you feel inferior, or they make you feel useless. That's a clue for you that don't go near them. It's not good for you. They are bringing worst out of you. You need to have friends who will bring the best out of you. You have to be choosy. That's the first one. And begin the day with morning calm challenge. Okay, don't touch the phone till 9 a.m. Not very easy thing to do, isn't it? People, as soon as they get up, they pick up the phone. That means we are addicted to it. If you want to get rid of that addiction, till 9 a.m. don't touch it. Learn to chant and read 1 page of Gita a day. 1 page of Gita a day, if you keep reading, 5 minutes for it. You're going to become more wiser, more intelligent. Whatever I'm talking to you is all from Gita. I'm putting it in a simple language for you. Avoid unhealthy comparison. Why? Because, every flower is different. What is the specialty of jasmine flower? Any of you can tell me? You know jasmine? What is specialty of jasmine flower? Jasmine flower, you have seen jasmine? What is specialty? It's a small flower.
Fragrance.
It's a fragrance. What is specialty of a sunflower?
Beauty.
Yeah?
Giving oil, like
It gives oil, but how does it look like?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah, it's very big and beautiful. Jasmine is small, but it has fragrance. Sunflower is big, it has beauty. Lotus is, also beautiful, but it has honey. So every flower has different abilities. Similarly, you take a horse. What is specialty of a horse? It can run fast. What is specialty of a cow? It can give milk. What is specialty of a nightingale? Yeah, it can sing sweetly. So every bird, every animal, every flower, it has some uniqueness. Similarly, you also have uniqueness. You don't have to be like somebody else. Be convinced about it. That is about comparison. Avoid unhealthy comparison. If somebody is better than you, learn from them. Somebody is inferior to you, help them. Don't try to envy anybody. Don't make your heart toxic unnecessarily. And diet, you are going to eat at the end of the class. They will give you prasad. You have prasad? Yeah. So that is a sattvic sanctified food. That will help us to elevate our mind. And empower yourself by prayer. We can always pray, oh God, you are great, I am small. You have put me in this world, I don't have strength to face this challenge, please help me. So we are one, God is infinity. So 1 plus infinity is infinity. You get a lot of support. And fast from digital media. Use media consciously for only fixed hours a day. Because modern day, I told you, the challenges from social media are enormous. So we have to be very careful. It's like touching fire. Don't play with fire or electricity. Use it only discreetly. And gratitude journaling. Daily write 3 things when you're going to bed. Your gratitude. What are you grateful for today? All of you think for a moment. You have a body which is complete. You have 2 eyes, 2 ears, hands, legs, everything. There are people who are lame or who are blind or deaf. And think about your birth in a good family. You all are born in a well-to-do family. There are poverty-stricken have-nots. They don't even get to eat once in 3 days, and we can eat 3 times a day. Huh? Think about them. So, and you are getting good education. There are many who are illiterates. Huh? You are in a very good college. You are getting very good education. Think about it. Then think about your good friends who are uplifting friends. Think about good parents. Thank God for the good association. Huh? And in case you are able to come in touch with good people, like here we have Divyanam Prabhu and his good wife. Mataji can come in the front, they can see also. This is one couple here in Richmond, husband and wife. They are very active people here. They themselves give very good classes. Huh? So you have many good people like this available here in your locality here. So to have people like this to share this kind of wisdom with you, that is another gratitude. In this way, when you keep writing gratitude and counting blessing, you are going to be the happiest person on earth. You will never be morose. You will always be cheerful. So, and hold back reactions. And I told you, pause for 10 seconds before you speak anything, before you respond. So these are all things to stay calm. If you're staying calm, you will build it. So that's why I written association that is uplifting and that gives you wisdom, guidance and focus and everything. You see what bad association does? It promotes comparison, fuels insecurity, wastes time and all these things. See good association, it encourages growth, builds confidence again. So this is about association. Association is not only people, it's also books, what books you read, what movies you watch, what music you hear, what friendship you. These are all association. From here you draw many things. Look, take a second look at them. Are they uplifting you or degrading you? And second is the B is the Bhagavad Gita. 1 page a day, I told you. This will actually, reading the Bhagavad Gita will give you the compass in life. It's like a manual for your life. It will teach you what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, how to uplift ourselves. And this chanting cleanses the mind. Just like if there's a virus in your computer, you have to detect the virus and remove it, correct? The chanting does that. When you chant the meditation, we will do it for a few minutes, and that will purge the impurities in the mind and awaken, bring us to our true nature. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So this is a website, and I have given the Instagram channel. So you can see that at your leisure. There are many lectures. If you want to hear and focus, you just put focus Radheshyam Das, you will get it. Any questions based on what I spoke to you today? And the solution I gave you very simple: ABC, association, Bhagavad Gita, chanting. 3 things. Yeah. So you can speak any of the 3 items. You can speak a reflection from your life, or you can speak a takeaway, what you learned today, something interesting you learned today, or you can ask a question. Okay, the mic will come to you now. Yeah. It's locked now. So
They can speak loudly.
you can hold it and they will come one by one. You can give them over. Okay, you can invite them to come and speak. Yeah. Any of you can come take a mic, please kindly. Say a few words, what did you observe today? Ma'am, you can come, please come. You can share with all of us.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Lalita.
That one can close it, otherwise it's coming.
Projection.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I just moved it away. I actually went to VCU for undergrad. I'm not in medical school, so I've kind of been in the city now for about 4 years, I want to say. I was a bio major on campus, and I have been practicing what's called Krishna consciousness, which is the society that we come from. And I've been practicing since I was, born. My parents are in it. And I remember growing up, I've always felt like sometimes you feel a little bit different, but I really feel like it's helped me focus, like he's been saying, the title of today's session. So I think a lot of the times the values that I learn from both the scriptures and also just like the lifestyle, and like what he's saying about like building habits and like living in a way that I think initially it's easy to feel like you're doing it because you're like suppressing other desires, like we were talking about. But really, it's about just setting that mindset, and like creating goals for yourself. And I know it's like, a couple weeks after the New Year's. If anyone's still going strong with the resolutions, that's amazing. But it's kind of the same idea of finding something that really calls to you and you feel like is your purpose, and makes you excited to wake up in the morning, makes you excited to go to school, or whatever it is that you guys are interested in. But I found a lot of value in it, and even today's session was a good reminder that even when things get tough, there's things a lot of times, like this week there were so many things out of our controls, right? The weather, completely out of our controls. What could we do? Nothing. We learn how to work with it, change our lives to go with it, and like he was saying, surround yourself with the people that help you through those times, because everyone always needs help. So, yeah.
Thank you. You see, it's important for us to have short-term and long-term material and spiritual goals. For example, your immediate material goal is you want to clear the papers and complete your degree, correct? That's your immediate goal. Okay, after completing degree, what are your long-term goals? Say you will join a company, or you'll go for higher studies. Some of you want to come to teaching line. You want to be a teacher, or some of you may want to become an engineer, or a doctor, whatever profession you take. In that profession, how would you excel? And what are you going to do to the world around you? How are you going to make a difference in this world? Is your existence in this world valuable to the world, or not? What value addition are you going to go do to the world? That's very important. If you have some thoughts on that, that means you are clear about the long-term goals. Correct, no? Like there are many people who say that I'll become an entrepreneur and make a lot of money and I'll have a big bank balance, I will have a big bungalow, I'll enjoy life. That is not value addition. If you can make a difference in the lives of the people by your profession, that would be something. In the same manner, in the path of spirituality also, I told you, you are the soul, you have a mind and body. The soul is originally pure and has come to an impure state being covered by the mind. But once you purify the mind by this ABC, I told you, association, Bhagavad Gita study and chanting, and your mental impulses are controlled, you are disciplined, you are calm, cool, collected, you are thoughtful, you become a spreader of happiness, then you are actually coming closer and closer to your original nature. Just like a water, it has become impure, but you can put in a desalination plant and bring it to its purity. So when the soul comes to its purity, it goes back to its original home from where it has fallen in this world. And that is the happiest state. In fact, even before you go back, even while being in this world, you will consider every living being like your own brother and sister. And you will have no enemies in this world. See, only when you have enemy, you have tension or worry or fear. Nobody is your enemy. God is a common father here. Everybody is like a child of God. So you will be cheerful yourself. So that is also our interest. Not only we have immediate interest of just disciplining our mind to study well and get marks. That's our immediate goal. But we also have an ultimate goal to return back to our original, happy, everlasting, happy nature. Yeah. Anybody else would like to share something what you heard today? You can do that. They can come and speak outside. Would like to come? Any of you, please? What is one point you learned, or you want to share a takeaway, or was my pronunciation clear? Was it understandable? What is one thing you heard well, you understood about the willpower? You can come. You spoke. I can give the mic. Yeah, yes, sir. But introduce your name also. Your good name.
Hello, my name is. My name is Ben. I'm a psychologist.
Yeah, I think it's coming on your eyes. Yeah. Little more. Here in the front.
Is this good?
It's still coming.
Okay, sorry. My name is Ben. I'm a second-year psychology major. For a little bit, I was feeling very lost in this life pathway. I didn't really have know what direction I wanted to take or like where I wanted to go. And recently I've been trying to really find my way, and I've been like consuming media that's like, you gotta stay disciplined, you gotta, you know, it's not about motivation, it's about discipline. You gotta make the hard choices to get the easy outcome. And that's something that we talked about today, and it was really, I don't know, it was really inspiring because it feels like I was almost meant to be here and to confirm what I've been trying to do, and it feels good. So yeah, I learned a lot today, and it feels good to
What was one thing that was striking for you?
oh, that's not just that sometimes like it's normal to not always be like extremely disciplined. It's normal to, you know, struggle sometimes, but it's just about how you react to your own struggle and continue to fight through it.
Yeah. For fighting through it, I gave many solutions, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, and all of them. One of them, do you remember? Any one of them?
I really like the chanting. I don't know the chant, but I don't. It's some like being able to perform the chant would feel very
Yes.
refreshing.
Thank you. Who else would like to come? You can give them. If they fear to come here, they can speak in their own places. You can give them.
There will be.
Who? Oh, he's a teacher. He's a teacher. I want students in this college to speak. You can give them. You can give. Here. Give to students. 1 point from the class, some takeaway.
Yeah, please.
Any takeaway? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Rain. I am a third-year college student studying sociology. And a key takeaway for me was that by building the small habits, you are making your life easier in the long run.
Thank you. And your good name? Go ahead. What's your good name?
My name, Casper.
Yeah, please come. Can say something.
Hi, I'm Casper, and I'm a first year in environmental science. And a key takeaway I think I got from this was that it's very important to build a relationship with yourself and what you say to yourself and what you consume, because it really does make up who you are and how you react to external factors that maybe you can't control. And again, just having a good relationship with your mental and your body, and then your soul, like what we were saying before. So
Anybody else? You spoke. You can do that. Okay. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sakari Merritt. I'm a first year majoring in business. I would say a key takeaway I took was how the untrained mind can be like an enemy, and how like you can train your mind.
Yes.
I know for me this year I wanted to try and focus more on doing the things I wanted to do, as well as focus on my academics and other things that I'm very passionate about. So it did help to learn that even if discipline is kind of hard, you can still take routes to basically like understand yourself and how you can build the discipline that works for you, and not just one that works for someone else.
Thank you. Other students, yeah, please come. Please give it
Hi everyone, my name is Diana. I'm a second year forensic science major, and I just transferred here. So something that resonated with me was the ability of like knowing that you should respond to life and not react to it, because at my previous university I didn't like it, and kind of sulking in the discomfort and like unfortunate times that I was having, like not making many friends, feeling very isolated, like reacting to that and just staying in like the depressive, zone I was in, was not doing much. So coming here and like trying to change my path, I would feel like I was responding instead of reacting. So that kind of stood out.
Thank you. Others? Please come. Yeah, please, now come. You the mic, please.
Hi, my name is Ellie. I'm also a second year forensic science student. I do agree with Rain about like the small habits, like building them up. I think like especially this year I haven't been that well with it. So I just kind of want to also build smaller habits so I can also start building larger habits in the long run. So
Thank you. Yeah, see, if we start small but stay consistent, then eventually we will be able to build the large habits. And in order to achieve the discipline of starting small and staying consistent, these things like good association of uplifting people, discrimination development by study of the Gita, all these things are helpful to build that inner strength. Because the inner strength is called willpower, which is required to make the choice, the right choice. But many people try big things and give up. Rather than start small, stay consistent, and over a period of time you'll wonder how so many things you could do. Small drops of water make an ocean over a period of time. Thank you. Anybody else? You can share with your friends. Anybody else? Yeah, please come. Come.
Hi, my name is Ananya. I'm a graduate student. One thing I learned is everyone is perfect in their own way. So it's not correct to compare yourself with others.
Thank you. And by understanding this fact, we will learn to respect every living being. As a child of God who is uniquely talented. Butterfly has its beautiful, colorful wings. It's beautiful. Cuckoo may not have a beautiful body, but it has a sweet voice. Every creature is God's creation, and we can see the uniqueness in their abilities. And we don't have to disrespect anyone. Everybody deserves to be respected. Thank you. Very good. Anybody else who hasn't spoken yet? Yeah. Don't feel shy. Please come. They're all your friends. Yeah. They're like your family members. Nothing to worry. Yeah. Ma'am, you want to say something? Yes.
No.
Yeah. Yes. She spoke already. Yeah. Ma'am, you want to? Yeah, there's one behind also. Can we do the mantra meditation? We can. Do you have Mardanga with you?
Yes, we have.
Oh. We don't have the Mahamantra.
Yeah, we can open it.
How to open it? I didn't put it.
You can open on the.
I know open it.
Yeah.
Where's the Mardanga?
Same.
So, what we are going to do now is there are two ways you can meditate. One of the ways is to sing, which you are going to do now. Another one is to do meditation by softly muttering the mantra. So today we will do the singing one. So I will sing one full mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, which you see here. And if you are able to follow, you may follow, or if you find it difficult to follow, you may just listen. Even listening will immensely benefit you. You don't need any qualification for this. You can just be very natural. You can relax when you are singing this, and you can be to yourself. Forget about your external identity and relax your mind, and you can, if you are able to sing after me, you can sing. Where's the Mardanga? Yeah. You can play? I can play the kartal. Where's the kartals? Here, here. Hare Krishna, Yeah, this was perfect. So this mantra has three words, Hare, Krishna and Rama. So the Hare is the energy of the Lord, Krishna is the attractive God, and Rama is one who is filled with this. The beauty of this mantra is it cleanses the mind, it uplifts the mind, and it makes us supremely joyful. You will experience that. I'm just going to do it for about 5 minutes. When I sing, you can close your eyes and attentively listen. When I stop, then you can sing after me. And as much as you can sing, you sing it. And then in this way, we will repeat the mantra several times. And this is a very simple process. It's very easy to follow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
nicely, wonderfully. You can show the.
Yes.
So he is Divyanam Prabhu who lives here in Richmond. And he and his good wife, they conduct many wonderful classes. We will share something with you. You have already.
Yes. Yes. First of all, let's give a huge round of applause to Radhesham Das. Radhesham Prabhu is a globally renowned speaker. He's a youth mentor. He travels all around the world to really talk to youth and empowering them with good habits and values in life. And he's truly transforming hundreds and thousands of youths all around the world. So we are very, very fortunate that we have Radhesham Prabhu here for the first time in VCU. So VCU Bhakti Yoga Club, well, let me introduce myself first. My name is Divyanam Das or Deepak Jain, and I'm a VCU alumni. I recently finished, yes. Actually, I just finished my MBA last year. Yes. Thank you. So I just finished my MBA, and I work for Department of Defense as a program manager right now. So we recently formed this VCU Bhakti Yoga Club, and we have our president, Raya, here. And just in a few words, I would like to share what this Bhakti Yoga Club is about and what we would like to achieve. So Bhakti Yoga Club is a caring and welcoming student community that nurtures value of respect, support, and belonging. We aim to help students navigate academic and personal challenges by creating a safe and sacred space for growth and self-reflection. Through our programs, students can learn practical life skills such as balancing academics and personal life, handling peer pressure, building self-esteem, and staying focused amid distractions. We also emphasize meaningful engagement, sustainability, and holistic well-being through yoga and mindful practices. Alongside weekly and monthly gatherings, we celebrate festivals, we organize retreats, and host educational activities. In all our events, we are glad to share the authentic taste of India by sharing some sanctified meals. And for those who are interested, we also offer structured courses and talks that explore spirituality in a practical and authentic way. So this is what Bhakti Yoga Club is all about. We are planning to host meetings every Thursday, as today was the first meeting of Bhakti Yoga Club. So moving forward, we are planning to host meetings every Thursday, same time, around 6 to 8. That will include this musical mantra meditation, which we did, which can create, just like Prabhu was saying, A, B, C. So C is the mantra meditation, chanting. A is association of each other. We come close, like-minded people, we share some values, share some good principles. So that is A, association. B is Bhagavad Gita, right? So this Bhagavad Gita is also known as a manual for human life. It's a very, very important book. It was spoken directly by Lord to one of his friends who was in a very distressful situation. So this is a very, very wonderful book for all of us because we are kind of distressful situation, right? Everyone agrees? Yeah. So B is Bhagavad Gita and C is chanting. And then D is diet. And we have nice sanctified vegetarian food for everyone. So we have a few copies of Bhagavad Gita here. And it's just this little gift from us. So if you would like, we can bring a few more. Please grab a copy of Bhagavad Gita. It's a little thick, but it has 700 wonderful verses with detailed explanations. So you can grab a copy here. And for mantra meditation, we have these mantra meditation guide, a very simple, small kind of a booklet, which explains how we can practice this mantra meditation on our own. So there are two ways to practice mantra meditation. We can practice meditation on our own, and just like what we did, we can come together and practice mantra meditation with some nice musical instruments and chant together. And truly, I mean, I can give testament on my own. I was in college, I finished, I was in high school actually when I got introduced to this ABCD, and it truly helped me. I was just like, one of the high school guys and doing all kind of stuff. And then I came across this Bhagavad Gita, and I came across this chanting of the holy names. And I started practicing, and it brought so much value to my life. And I can very confidently say I'm standing here with a successful career and family because of this A, B, C, D. And this is what Bhakti Yoga Club is about. Every Thursday, we'll meet and actually do A, B, C, D. Simple, right? So that's the plan. You have something to learn? Okay. All right. So
You can join the WhatsApp group.
yes, most of you already signed up for the club on RAMS, either on RAMS, or we also sent out a Google Forms. So if you haven't, we have these cards here with a QR code. So this QR code will take you to a page where you can sign up for WhatsApp or Instagram, follow us on Instagram, and also a RAMS link is there. So please feel free. If you haven't done so yet, you can grab one of these cards and please follow us, be in touch. Also, we are a pretty new club and we need some help. So if any one of you can help us, we have different things, handling the social media, website, things, small things, not asking a lot of time, but some help. So if you are interested to be one of the officers of the club, we would be very grateful. We need a few more officers so that we can share love, share happiness, share joy, share values, and yeah. So please, you can contact Raya. She's the president of our club. Yes, and feel free. If you see and find value, please share it with your friends and bring them to our Thursday evening gatherings. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, so what I was talking about okay, yes, so this is the one I was talking about. Okay, discover yourself. So we are calling our weekly meetings Discover Yourself. So it's truly discovering ourselves, our inner potency. So this is our weekly retreat to grow within a real world. So if you would like, just scan this code here and it will take you to the RAMS event page and you can register there. and you'll find all the details. So this is every Thursday, 6 to 8, starting from next week, here in Monroe Park, and we'll share more details about the rooms and all. Okay? Thank you all very much for your precious time. And now we will hand you dinner. So you can grab one box and